6:15 p.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Dulmin Samarasinghe, assisted by Chatura, and read by Geethanjali Ramanayaka. The headlines. The need to restructure the Electricity Board emphasised in Parliament. Parliamentarians point out not building power plants on due times has led to the increase in electricity bills. An immediate inquiry ordered into the delay in solving labour disputes. The second reading of the interim budget will take place at 1 p.m. tomorrow. Foreign news, a UN team leaves for Zaporizhzhia nuclear plant. Sports, the National Sports Council will introduce talented rural sports men and women into the international arena. News in detail. Minister Ali Sabri says that there will be problems in the future if the Electricity Board is not reformed. The staff of the Electricity Board has to be managed, and it is suitable to remove additional employees by introducing a voluntary retirement scheme. The minister said it is suitable to provide allowances according to skills and commitment. MP Partli Champikaranamaka said there are about 130,000 persons who consume less than 60 units of electricity per month. He said their total consumption is about 6%. Therefore, they should be given some concessions. He further said that the efficiency of the Electricity Board should be enhanced. MP Vasudeva Nanayakkara said that electricity can be given at a lower price by increasing the number of power plants. Minister Manusha Nanayakkara has instructed officials to conduct an immediate inquiry into the delay in solving labour disputes. He pointed out that there are 9,585 unresolved labour disputes as of 31st of July. He said that labour officials should work efficiently to speedily solve labour disputes. The second reading of the interim budget will take place at 1 p.m. tomorrow. President Ranil Wickremesinghe is scheduled to present it in Parliament. It will be broadcast through the Parliament channel from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. The Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation will broadcast the speech over its all national and regional services simultaneously. A special search operation conducted by the Navy in Thondamanaru, Jaffna this morning led to the arrest of 2 suspects with Kerala cannabis. The suspects were transferring more than 51 kilograms of Kerala cannabis by a van when they were taken into custody by the Navy. The approximate street value of the stock of Kerala cannabis is believed to be about 15 million rupees. The Colombo Magistrates Court today ordered that the case filed against the group, including former Minister Vimal Weerawansa, to be taken up for hearing on December 12th. The case was filed on the charges of causing public inconvenience by blocking the roads near the UN office in Tumbula Junction, Colombo, when the then UN Human Rights Commissioner Prince Zaid Al Hussein visited Sri Lanka in 2016. The case was called before the Colombo Chief Magistrate Nandana Amarasinghe today. A lawyer filed a contempt of court application in the Court of Appeal today, seeking an order directing the Attorney General to file charges against the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna parliamentarian Sanath Nishantha for contempt of court. The petitioner, Attorney-at-Law Priyaral Sirisena, filed this application, naming Putlam District Parliamentarian Sanath Nishantha, the Bar Association of Sri Lanka, and the Attorney General as respondents. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. An adjournment motion introduced by the opposition on the difficulties faced by the people due to the increase in electricity bills was taken up for debate in Parliament today. Taking part in the debate, MP Mahindaranda Alutgamage said that low-income recipients are facing severe difficulties due to the increased electricity bills following wrong decisions taken by various governments. He said that there is a need to provide them with concessions. MP Alutgamage said that the Electricity Board should be made efficient. MP Madhura Vitarage pointed out that not allowing to build the LNG power plant was also a reason to the high electricity bills. He said that the environment should be created for the capable workers in the electricity board to perform. MP Charita Herath said that the development of the country and electricity are interconnected. Therefore, he said that broad reforms should be made in the energy sector. MP Ranjit Thimbalapitia said that maximum attention should be paid to promote renewable energy. MP Hesha Vitanage said that the people are unable to bear the high costs of electricity. Minister Ali Sabri says that there will be problems in the future if the electricity board is not reformed. The staff of the electricity board has to be managed, and it is suitable to remove additional employees by introducing a voluntary retirement scheme. The minister said it is suitable to provide allowances according to skills and commitment. MP Partli Champikaranwaka said there are about 130,000 persons who consume less than 60 units of electricity per month. He said that their total consumption is about 6%. Therefore, they should be given some concessions. He further said that the efficiency of the electricity board should be enhanced. MP Vasundeva Danakara said that electricity can be given at a lower price by increasing the number of power plants. And that ends local news for now.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Power and Energy Minister Kanchana Wijayasekara said today the process of procuring fuel and coal should be entrusted to the opposition through a parliamentary committee appointed on the matter. He told Parliament that a committee should be set up in Parliament on the procurement of fuel and coal, and its chairmanship should be handed over to the opposition. And that was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Watch Life is brought to you by
A Strength to Your Life. CIB Janajaya Vasana has commenced. Valuable gifts and all bills are on 31st of October. Come to CIB today.
Industry stakeholders say condominium developers are struggling to move forward with their operations as they have become victims of inflation of greed. The developers allege they are being held hostage by suppliers of building materials, fittings, fixtures, and even services to an extent that the continuity of this vital sector of the economy is under serious threat. And that was Watchlight.
A Strength to Your Life. CIB Janajaya Vasana has commenced. Valuable gifts and all bills are on 31st of October. Come to CIB today.
World News headlines. A UN team leaves for Zaporizhzhia nuclear plant. Asian stock markets slide on US interest rate fears. Gibraltar is officially a city after 108 years. World News in detail. An inspection team from the UN nuclear watchdog is on its way to Ukraine's embattled Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. The Director General of the International Atomic Agency, Rafael Grossi, said the team was expected to arrive at the plant later this week. Fighting around the facility in Ukraine's southeast has led to mounting global concern over the safety and security of the site. Shares in Asia have fallen after the chairman of the US Central Bank said it would continue to raise interest rates to tackle the soaring prices. Jerome Powell warned that the Federal Reserve's policies will cause some pain to households and businesses. Higher interest rates makes borrowing more expensive for individuals and companies, which could slow economic growth as well as inflation. Gibraltar can officially call itself a city 108 years after it was first granted the status by Queen Victoria. The British Overseas Territory had bid to become a city earlier this year as part of the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. But when researchers looked through the National Archives, they found it had already been recognized as one in 1842. The government said Gibraltar had been omitted from official lists after being originally given the title by Queen Victoria, but it is not clear how this happened. Back to the headlines of the world news. A UN team leaves for Zaporizhzhia nuclear plant. Asian stock markets slide on US interest rate fears. Gibraltar is officially a city after 180 years. And that ends world news. On to development news. The Ministry of Education is to replace the 1,000 new national schools project with a plan to develop 3,000 national secondary level schools. The program will soon get underway and the schools will be selected by the central government and the provincial authorities. Under the program, the number of national schools was to be increased to 1,000 from the existing 373 schools. The construction of around 25 schools had been completed and construction of 100 more schools are underway. And that was development news.
Sports News is brought to you by
Sampath Bank. We present your future.
Minister Roshan Ransingham says that a methodical program will be implemented for the National Sports Council to take talented rural sportsmen and women into the international arena. The minister mentioned this when he visited the home of weightlifter Dilanka Isurukumara, who won a bronze medal under 55 kilogram category at the recent Commonwealth Games. The minister requested frontline businessmen to join hands to assist such sports personalities. And that was Sports News.
Cash through NSP globally and win wonderful gifts locally. From October 1st, 2021 to December 31st, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency 3 times through NSB U Trust.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
The Lanka IOC has joined hands with the prestigious Stafford Group for the supply of co-branded Servo Eco Plus, a long-life and eco-friendly lubricant, so its dealer network for the first time in Sri Lanka. The Lanka IOC manufactures automotives, industrial and marine servo lubricants at its state-of-the-art plant in Trincomalee. And that was Business News.
Business News, sponsored by
Cash through NSP globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSP Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSP Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners. From October 1st, 2021 to December 31st, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency 3 times through NSB U Trust.
Economic news, courtesy of...
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibility. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
The central bank data showed that the July credit card balance had fallen by a massive 3.96 billion rupees, the largest in the recent months. By the end of July, licensed commercial banks had a cumulative outstanding credit card portfolio of 132.72 billion rupees compared to 133.29 billion rupees at the start of the year. And that was economic news.
LOLC Finance is taking the power of innovation to the next level, winning 5 golds at the Technovation Awards 2022, leading the digital revolution with cutting-edge interbanking digital payments. LOLC Finance claims the overall gold award whilst also claiming an extraordinary victory in digital banking. LOLC Finance will continue to innovate with the next generation digitalization of financial services, delivering a superior customer experience.
In the weather report, the Met Department says atmospheric conditions are favourable for evening thunder showers in most parts of the island. Several spells of showers will occur in the Western Province and in the Galle and Matra districts. Showers or thunder showers will occur at several places elsewhere during the evening or night. Heavy falls above 100 millimeters may occur at some places in the Ua, Eastern, North Central, Central, Sabaragamuwa and the Northwestern provinces. That was the weather report, and to conclude this news broadcast, back to the headlines. The need to restructure the Electricity Board emphasised in Parliament. Parliamentarians point out not building power plants on due times has led to the increased electricity bills. An immediate inquiry ordered into the delay in solving labour disputes. The second reading of the interim budget will take place at 1 p.m. tomorrow. Foreign news, a UN team leaves for Zaporizhzhia nuclear plant. Sports, the National Sports Council will introduce talented rural sportsmen and women into the international arena. And with that, we end this news broadcast from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.